Okay, perfect. So I wanted to welcome everybody here to our one of our first Team Illumi-Nations meetings. And the wonderful thing about this meeting is that I am embarking on having this be a consistent meeting that we do on a weekly basis. So whether there's one person or 10 people or 50 people on this meeting, it needs to be something to where I, for myself, hold accountability on myself that I'm going to be here no matter what, rain, shine, fog, whatever it might be. I'm going to be here because it's holding me accountable as well. So I have some great things planned for tonight. And so far we have Laura here, which I'm super excited to have her because she really understands the whole concept of when you show up, you go up. Now, that's not to say that those of you that are actually watching the recorded video, that you're not showing up either. So absolutely, you are awesome for showing up and wanting to better yourself and to work your business. Hopefully this is going to be as good for you as it is for me, because I always enjoy getting together with all of you and sharing insight and just kind of powwowing about great things that are going on in your lives and in our business. And it's kind of interesting how they intermingle, which on that note, you know, we were just talking, Laura and I were just talking about, you know, how Sensi is her happy place. And, you know, she works a full-time job. And what's cool about that is that when she gets off work, she wants to completely leave all that behind her. But when she comes home to do her Sensi work, that's actually like refreshing to her. And she doesn't mind doing that kind of work. And it almost doesn't seem as though it's work, right? It almost doesn't even seem like it's that much work going in because of that. So
right.
I'm going to go ahead and have Laura, and I'm going to put you on the spot a second. I'm going to have you just kind of introduce yourself, and I want you to, if you would please, if you would just share how long you've been with the company, and one goal that you would like to achieve in the next 30 days. So give us your name, your title, how long you've been with the company, and one goal that you'd like to achieve in the next 30 days.
Okay. So I am Laura. I am now a certified consultant. I've actually been with the company for, oh my goodness, 9 months now. That's so hard to believe.
That's awesome.
And what I would like to do the next 30 days is hopefully be able to get someone to join on with me. I've been talking to a few people have been wanting to. I haven't quite grabbed them in yet, but I'm hoping within the next 30 days I can at least get one person to join.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for that. And I'll introduce myself because maybe some of you that are out of state and that haven't, and just by the way, this is what's really cool about what we can do, guys, is meeting this way. I really highly encourage that if you do have other consultants or your sponsor that is in your town or near you, that you guys find a way to be able to connect. And if that can't happen, that's why I wanted these meetings to be available to you, because I want you guys to be able to get to know each other in our group. I think it's time that we really start to try to connect and get to know each other, because one of the biggest things about our company, and especially the successes of Sensi consultants, is connection. I don't know that I could do a whole lot without the strong relationships that I build with you guys and with the other fellow team Sensi consultants that are on my upline, like our superstar director, Jessica Markowitz, and a couple of other friends that I've made with Sensi. They're invaluable to me. So, and you guys are invaluable to me. So I wanted to share a little bit about myself. I have been in the business for 3 years, over 3 years. I joined 3 years ago, the end of February. And I am Jeanette Kopecki. I am married to a wonderful man his name is Jason, and we have 3 kids. I have a daughter 22, a son that's 15, and a son that's 8. And then we have crazy Cody, which you can't see him, but he's always at my feet down here, supporting me, warming my feet, making sure that, you know, I'm doing okay. And if anything drops on the floor, he's willing to eat it up like that. So yeah, he's my vacuum cleaner too. Anyway, I am a I am a director, and I am in director queue right now, which I'm not going to go into detail about that, but there's 2 levels of director. And so I am director. And this is what's interesting, is that just because there is a title doesn't necessarily mean that if that title moves up and down, doesn't mean that you are less than or more than. You are what you believe you are. So I love what Laura was saying about, and I'm going to get back to myself here a second and explaining that, because I feel myself getting into the meeting. You know, talking about how, you know, what she aspires to do within the next 30 days. And you know, you always just have to have that mindset of where it is that you're going. You always have to shoot for that. I tell my son, my littlest, every single day as he's going to school, that shoot for the moon. Shoot for the moon. Like I ask him every single time, what are we doing today? What is our goal? What is our intention? And he always says, I'm shooting for the moon. And he also knows that, you know, we don't hold ourselves to perfection, because he also knows that if he falls among the stars, that that's okay too. So shoot for the moon, and if you fall among the stars, then you're going to be fine as well. But you have to be shooting for the moon. No matter what, you always have to be shooting for something. So my Scentsy journey and what I want to accomplish in the next 30 days is I really, really want to bring on 2 new frontline into our wonderful family. And I want to get my Scentsy sales up by having 2,000 in PRV, which then will give me that 5% bonus. So those are my personal goals. And then also, as a team goal, I really want to be able to continue with these meetings and build more of a connection. That's my goal with our team. Being a lot more interactive that way and building a lot more connection with our Scentsy team. So on that note, was there anything else you wanted to add, Laura, that you can think of?
No.
Okay.
Not
All right.
that I can think of.
Okay. So on that note, I'm going to just kind of, because this is what we do for a lot of the meetings, is we go over what the housekeeping stuff is for the company and what's going on right now. And as much as I try to keep everybody on top of that stuff, it's very difficult sometimes to juggle, you know, everything, as you guys all probably know it now, is that it sometimes gets a little daunting to be able to juggle. Although I try to stay on top of you guys knowing and being on top of what's going on currently in the company, which currently we have, and I'm going to see if I can do like a screen share really quick. Yep, there we go. There's my screen share. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm going to do it on the desktop. Okay, so can you see my screen right there?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys based on, okay, what's going on here? Hold on. Okay, I'm going to show you guys right straight off of our Facebook page what we have going on right now. So we have right now the La Habana collection that is being that is rolling out with Scentsy, and it's kind of fun. It's a fun little collection that they've come out with, and you guys can go through. You can find these items and these pictures right on your workstation. So go to your workstation, look in the marketing tab, and look also in the news tab, and it'll be able to give you guys information about the giveaway that they're doing, because what they're doing is every one of your customers that goes and likes Scentsy Facebook and then takes a picture and posts something on their personal page about this giveaway will be entered into a drawing to be able to win this amazing pineapple warmer and all of like one of every single one of the fragrances. So make sure that you guys are doing that, because again, as we talk about connection with, you know, each other, it's really important to set ourselves apart and be connected with our customers and let them know that we are, you know, acting in their behalf, that we really truly do care. So there's that. Also, I'm going to get back in here really quick, and oops, I don't want to do that. Oh gosh, it keeps doing that. Okay, so I'm going to get in here and we're going to go to the workstation really quick, and I'm going to show you a couple of the other things that we have going on in the news tab. And you see how I easily got just right into there. So here we go, guys. This is your news tab, and it's going to show you, you can look at the La Habana collection. It's going to show you also a sale, save up to 50% on print materials. That's for business materials for you right now. There's also sensational start incentive, which we're going to be talking a little bit about tonight. And you know, there's some great Father's Day bundles. So Scentsy does not leave anything to chance. I mean, they really do want us to succeed, and we have all the tools that we need to be able to do that. So I highly recommend that on a daily basis, if you can, whether it be night or day, it doesn't matter, go onto your workstation and check all that information out. Because it's really, really important for you, and it can make the difference with whether you're being active for the month or not, or even getting 2,000 or more in the month, just by letting your customers in on the specials that we have going on. Okay, so there's that. The next agenda that I wanted to talk about, and I'm trying to look, okay. The next agenda that I wanted to go over is the challenge or the program that Jessica Markowitz, your superstar director, has added you to be a part of. I'm going to go into screen share one more time, and I'm going to show you where you guys can find this. Share screen. Okay. So Jessica Markowitz has started a program, and it started this last week on Monday, and it is called the Jesse's Angels Rising Stars program. And there are quite a few team members that are in there right now that are really benefiting from some of the information that they are receiving. Now, what this whole premise is about is, first of all, you all have been invited based on an email that was sent to you. Now, let me know if you didn't receive that email, because if you didn't, then I can add you just right into the group. And if it's something that you still are interested in doing, I believe that within these next couple of days, we can still add you if you'd like to. Now, the great thing about this program is it's a very small book, and I have it on an ebook. I'm reading it on my Kindle on my phone, so it makes it really easy to download it from Amazon, and I think I paid like $7 for it. But what we're doing is we're reading a chapter at a time, and she gives you an assignment once a week, and then you have a week to be able to accomplish that, and you can do it in your own time and in your own way. So for those of you that do have full-time jobs that are you know, kind of short on time, I promise you it is very doable. And the great thing about these programs, I've been in several of these programs before, but the great thing about these programs is that if you have goals and you have things that you're looking to achieve, 9 times out of 10, these programs are going to get you to where you want to go, if not put you in the direction of where you need to be. So just a couple of things on here. You know, as you can see, there are several people that are actually posting on here, talking about things they read. And even though we're only in the first couple of days, I have gotten some amazing information about, you know, I've received some amazing information from the book. And I'm going to show mine in particular because this woman, her name is Sarah Robbins, and what she's talking about, I'm going to stop sharing and go back to our main screen. What she's talking about is, sorry, let me get back into my book here. So demystifying, the first chapter is called Demystifying the Big Build. And she's basically talking about where she comes from and, you know, how she started in the direct sales business and how she actually changed her life with what she's doing. And one of the biggest takeaways that I got from her first chapter was that okay, so this is what I read. We had all been in our business anywhere between 5 to 25 years. We each sponsored anywhere between 50 to 100 to over 150 times. Most of us had 80% of our income coming from anywhere between 1 to 3 legs or leaders. I've seen this exercise done at many events in our profession since, and the results are pretty similar. So basically what she's saying is that throughout her years of working her business, she has the main thing that everybody does is that they've seen people join and they've seen people go. So it's not necessarily about getting caught up into, oh my goodness, I can't make this work because people, some people will go, some people will stay. The main thing is just to continue to keep adding to that funnel and keep introducing. So that was one of the points. She talks a lot about statistics in there. Yeah, she talks about never stop recruiting business. This is the main one I wanted to have you guys hear. Is she said 5 contacts per day keeps leads coming my way. If I'm home, I'm making 5 calls to people on my contact list. If I'm out, I am handing out 5 business cards and having conversations with people I meet. That was really profound to me because I don't know if you guys are like me, but I have, I'm constantly going in and out. I have no idea sometimes from day to day. I joined yoga recently and I can't even tell you the last time, it was a week ago that I've been to my yoga class. And I really have tried to be so faithful on it because with the last day of schools and with the last day of school happening, there's been just so much trying to tie up with ROTC and band and everything else. So being in and out of the house, that really was amazing to me is the fact that you need to set a goal. Remember in the beginning, we were talking about goals and shooting for something. Well, that's a really great place to start, is to have it in your mind that every day you're going to go out and you're going to either talk to 5 people. She said 5 contacts per day keeps leads coming my way. If I'm at home, I'm making 5 calls to people on my contact list. And if I'm out, I'm handing out 5 business cards and having conversations with people I meet. And that's why these little guys come so in handy, is because you should always have these on hand, and we all know this. Always have, these fun little things on hand that you can give out because, just today I was in the, I was at the dentist office and I had my bag. I had my full Scentsy bag. This is what it looks like, and it's got stuff jammed all over inside of it. You can see it's just completely full, filled to the top because I'm not the cleanest of people. I throw stuff in there. But I always keep my testers with me and I have catalogs with me because I know in these moments when I go to I'm going to a new dentist now, that they're going to want to have information. They're going to want to have it. So handing them out, if I can hand out 5 and I can talk about Scentsy to 5 different people, I've done my job, which I have done today. And here's the thing. Here's the thing with, handing out 5 business cards or calling 5 people, is that it's the little steps that we take on a daily basis that's going to get us to the big one, to the big goal, whatever it is. So sometimes when we look at those big goals that we're trying to achieve, and I'm sure, Laura, you may have done this, because I remember when I was very first starting with Scentsy, and I really wanted to have a team member on my team, that was really daunting for me. It was really hard for me to, to think, oh my gosh, if only I could have one person on my team. And so when I finally did ask a friend of mine that was a coworker of my husband's to join in, I was just like, oh my God, I did it. And so now we've come to a team of over 20 people, and we were at, I think, over 30 at one point on our team. So it is totally doable, guys. And the whole point about it is that you have to start somewhere, and you have to start with those baby steps. So, if it takes you getting out of your comfort zone to, do something that is uncomfortable, it's very hard for a lot of people to look at me and say, oh, well, she doesn't get uncomfortable with talking to people, but you would be very surprised. I do. I have a tendency sometimes to fight with myself and say, should I not, should I do it, should I not? And I almost talk myself out of it. But I just know that the history of this company and everything that I've heard on all the trainings and all of that have given the information that you just have to go for it. However that looks for you. It doesn't mean that my way of getting out of my shell is going to be the same as yours. If whatever it is that is simple enough for you to be able to stretch yourself just a little bit, that's something that you need to be trying to do. So that is an amazing program, and it's there as another tool to be able to help you guys. I am doing it along with everybody else, and all of the directors and Jesse's Angels are doing it as well. So if you guys are interested in doing it, I will actually be the one that's helping you guys with that. So any homework that you guys have to do that she does at the beginning of the week, that will all come to me, and then we'll discuss it. And I wanted these meetings to be available for you guys to be able to discuss it midweek if you wanted to have that option. Otherwise, this is just going to be a meeting that we can talk about the newest incentive program that we have going on. And I am going to go back onto screen share, and I am going to talk about that because this is the most important thing that is on our plate right now. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about why I am super, super, super excited about this. The Sensational Restart Incentive. Now, there are people that join our company for all kinds of different goals. Sometimes it's just to be able to get their free stuff. Sometimes, can you turn that off, please? Turn it off, I'm in a meeting. Sorry, guys. Turn it off. Sometimes it's just to be able to get free product and to be able to sell it to your friends and family. But there are times when people really like to have an extra paycheck just based on doing this. They can't see you, honey, because I have it on screen share. No, go, I'm talking.
Can I use your phone to
No, no. And then there are times when, you know, people really want to make this a full business to where they see a better way. They see something, not even a better way, but they see something that they can really achieve with this company. So there's all kinds of different goals and all types of different people and reasons why people join. But think back. I want you all to think back of when we very first started our business, and you had that first 15 days of your business, and you thought about you know, what it's going to take, and you might have even had a little bit of, you know, pressure. You felt a little bit of pressure going on, and you might have even, you know, felt a little bit of fire under your belly, thinking, oh my gosh, I want to get this, and I want to achieve, and I want to get these amazing incentives that are coming up. Well, now's the time to restart it. The Sensational Restart Incentive is to be able to get you and me to be able to go back to those early days and start working from day one again to achieve your 70-day sensational start. And here's what'll happen. So the qualification period began May 1st, and it's going to run through July 9th. It's open to every single consultant, whether you're new or you've been in the company for a while. And what you need to do is we need to work towards level 2 or level 3. So to qualify for level 2, it takes selling at least 3,000 PRV over the span of May 1st through July 9th, okay? So over that entire period, if you can do 3,000 PRV, which if you break that down, that's May, June, July, May to June, June to July. That's 2 months. So if you break that down into 2 months, that's basically breaking it down to 1,500 PRV every month to be able to get there, okay? The next part to qualify for level 2 is to be able to sell 1,500 in PRV and sponsor one new consultant who reaches 200 PRV in sales before that July 9th period is up, okay? So what's 1,500 divided by 2? That's like what, 750?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 750. So 750 a month to be able to earn, and then being able to ask one person to be able to join in. And then you also have to go onto your workstation and complete the first thing first checklist on your workstation, okay, which I haven't done yet, but I'm going to go do as well. And this is what you're going to earn for doing that. You're going to earn $125 in Sensi credit. Holy moly. Think about what you can spend $125 on. You could buy $125 worth of extra testers to be able to get them out as basket parties to be able to bring in more money, to double, triple, quadruple that amount that they gave you and have it just be free winnings and money coming in, rolling in. And then you also get, and I'm going to pull this up, you also get, I don't know if you can see this where my cursor is here, that amazing warmer. And that warmer is not anything that anybody can buy, but it is a trophy piece that you get for earning level 2 or for level 3. And then you can see that there's also level 3 and the qualifications for that. So it's sell at least 6,000 PRV or 3,000 PRV and 2 new consultants. You'll then get 225 Sensi credit, and then you'll get the warmer. You'll also get the warmer for that too. Now, this is what's awesome. The top 20 level 3 earners with the highest number of personal enrolled consultants who joined during the incentive period and were active at least 1 month during the incentive will earn a voucher to attend Leadership 2018. They have not come out with where Leadership is going to be yet. And I don't know of any of you that have been on an incentive trip yet, but I'm here to tell you they are amazing. They pay for everything. Your registration, your lodging, your food, they give you per diem, they give you money to spend, and they go high class. I mean, everything is first class. Last year they went to New York, or this last year in January, they were in New York City, and they went to a Broadway show, and it was completely all paid for by Sensi. So, you know, it's really worth it to be able to, I'm going to switch out of share here. It's really worth it to be able to shoot for something. Set your sights on something. And, you know, I don't know if any of you were at the meeting with Jesse's Angels at the beginning of the month, but I have to share one of my good friends, and you guys probably do know her from Jesse's Angels page, or if you've seen, you know, you might have seen her talking on there a little bit. Her name is Michelle Brooks. And Michelle Brooks started with the company less than a year ago. And I don't know the exact number, but she started with the company less than a year ago. And that girl is going on the Africa trip. She is going, her and her husband are going, all expenses paid. Do you remember the incentive that we had last year at the end of the year? She earned it. And she actually, out of all the consultants in the entire world, she earned within the first 100. There's only 100 people that they're taking to that trip, and she was in the top 100 to be able to go. There are superstar directors and people that have been in the company for a long time that didn't even achieve that. And when she was asked what it is that she did to be able to get there, she just said that she tracked everything. Tracked everything. And, you know, as much as I was going over the qualifications of what it's going to take to get there, I'm not going to lie to you. In the very beginning, I cringed. I mean, I didn't cringe on this one because I've earned incentive trips now, so I know what it takes and I know how easy it is. But when I had never earned an incentive trip, or I had never earned, you know, $125 credit or anything else, I had no idea what to expect. And so to be able to hear the qualifications of 1,500 PRV every month to get there, or 750 PRV and 1 new recruit for level 2 to get there, you know, I thought, I don't know, you know, I could try, but I had a little bit of doubts, okay? Let me tell you what I've done to be able to earn. I earned Punta Cana this year. I also earned the Leadership Cruise last year. Not this last January, but the year prior, I earned the Leadership Cruise to Cozumel. And when people say that to be able to earn those incentives, that you almost just have to just keep working your business, some people, like I said, join the company to want to go on the free trips. Some people join the company to be able to earn those incentives, and that's what they're shooting for. But this is the great thing about Sensi, is that we have all of the tools before these incentives even came out to be able to work our business. And the reason they do these incentives is to be able to reward you just for working your business, just by doing the things that are the basics of Sensi that they give you from day one to be able to work your business, which is why it's genius that they started that sensational restart program, because we all have to get to the basics. We all have to get to the nitty-gritty of what it is that makes us a success. And so what I want these meetings to be about is to really go back to scratch in what it was that we did within our very first few days of joining. Now, as you guys remember, we're not going to be getting a kit with this restart, but you all have, you know, your Sensi book. Mine's super old. Holy crap. That's really old. I've got a couple. I don't even know what yours looks like, Laura. Yours is definitely a lot newer than these.
Yeah.
Does it look like that?
It looks similar to that one.
Okay, because I was going to say, I can't even keep up sometimes because they come out with new ones, and I had to download. In fact, I have it right here. I had to download, and I did it in black and white. The new one, this is what the new one looks like, except for it's a lot more pretty in color. But I had to download these because when new consultants join up, I need to be able to, you know, direct them to the page numbers and stuff. So
yeah,
they don't go based off of these numbers anymore.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest crucial things that I remember Jessica Markowitz, because she's my sponsor and also our superstar director, one of the biggest things that she told me even before I got my box was to make a list of 100. A list of 100 of people, and this is what's so crazy awesome about this, is the fact that I'm having a Facebook party next week, and I was coaching my hostess, because that is the key. That is the key to a successful party, whether it be Facebook, home party, basket party, event, whatever it might be. The key is coaching your hostess. And so she asked me an amazing question, and I have to pull this question up because this was invaluable. Now this girl is she's in another direct sales company right now, and so I don't ever, you know, and you can choose to do it however you guys want to do it, but I don't ever do parties for people. I just don't. And the reason being is because I have so much work that I have to do with my business that I really don't feel that I'm in a position to be able to do that for other people right now when I should be doing my own parties. That's just me. You can do it. You can choose to do it however you choose to do it. But this girl, she has become a good friend of mine. And she's kind of using me a little bit as a mentor. And so I've kind of taken her under my wing to be able to share with her Facebook parties. And so she asked me the question today of, okay, let's see. Okay, I have a question for you. How do I invite people to the Sensi party that don't respond to her parties, to her direct sales parties? Any advice? And this afternoon, and that was so invaluable. That was such a great question, because she said to me, you know, I asked her, the first question that I asked her was, how do you invite people to come to your own direct sales company events? And she told me that she just adds people to the event. She does not personally private message them or, you know, talk to them or anything else. And it really, really got me thinking that a lot of people out there, that's how they go about doing it. I don't know about you, Laura, but do you get a ton of invitations for people outside of our company to join Facebook parties and stuff like that?
I don't really get that many, but like if I do like an actual party, I'll private message people and let them know, you know, hey, this is what's going on. If you're interested, you know, come join. If not, then, you know, I completely understand. But you know, for most responses, you know, I've gotten a lot of attending and whatnot, but I like to private message people and let them know, because maybe some people don't know what Sensi is, and some people are like, well, maybe they're hesitant, and that's why they don't ask to, you know, they don't, you know, reply at all. So,
right.
So yeah, just like to private message people and like let them know, hey, this is, if you're interested, please join. I'll be more than glad to, talk to you about it and everything. So
awesome.
Yeah, I'm more of a hands-on type person.
That's awesome. And that is so crucial. That is so crucial. And so I actually had a conversation with her about, starting a list. The main premise of before I start a Facebook party with anybody is that I have them make a Franks list, which are friends, relatives. What is A for? A is for, I can't remember what A is. Maybe you guys can remember. N was for neighbors, K is for kids' friends, and S is for spouses, co-workers, and things like that. Can't believe I can't remember what A is. We'll figure it out by the end of the night. But we always go towards our Franks list in inviting those people. Sorry, let me go on here really quick. Tammy, just a second. Oh, she can't connect. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. I just need to, let's see. Make sure to download the app. So anyway, where was I at again? Let me go back to where I was at.
You're talking about the Franks?
Oh, yeah. So I went back to the basics with her because that's one thing she kind of skipped over. And I thought that was really interesting was that I had the event up. I was getting ready to add her as a co-host to the event. And one of the biggest things that I told her is I needed her to make a list of people that she thought in her mind would benefit from having a little pick-me-up with fragrance. Maybe they have a stressful business. Maybe they like home decor. Maybe they are a stay-at-home mom and they need to have a little bit of interaction. Somebody that's always on Facebook that likes to, to post things all the time. So I told her, I said, we can't skip over that part. Because when you skip over that part and try to go towards having a party without doing the crucial, I think Tammy's coming in, without doing the crucial things that are needed in the very beginning, remember it's those little tiny steps that we need to take to get to the big picture of what we're working towards. If we skip over those steps, then it causes us to not work it in the proper, and to not have it flow, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So it was really, really profound that I was able to coach her about getting back to her list. And I wanted to show you guys this list because it's so, so important for me. I always share this with everybody. I don't know if you can see the purple writing here. And I didn't do that on purpose, honestly. I just like color, so I just wrote in color. And this is my very first book that I started the company with. And I think I got down to number 26. So, a lot of people will say, well, I don't know that many people. And I surely didn't know that many people either. And in fact, as I go through my list and I look at it, there are several people on there that I wrote that I knew really well that I assumed would just be immediately amazing customers for me. And a lot of them were family and a lot of them don't do business with me. A lot of them, just aren't interested. And so, and that's okay because Scentsy isn't for everybody. So we just keep moving on. I have probably gotten more success from people that I have met randomly out in public than I have with my own family members. Hi, sweetie. Can you hear us, Tammy? Can you hear us? Can you hear? No, you can't hear. Fix your settings. Hold on. Fix your settings. So anyway, I'm going to continue on. Sorry about that, guys. But the wonderful thing, as you can see, is I filled out that list, and I need to go back and continue to work with this list a lot more because I really want people to get that, oops, I'm blurry, that this book, you see food spilled on it. It's kind of gross, but Sorry. That's how I roll sometimes. It's completely like ripped up in certain spots, and it's like that for a reason. I have actually made notes in here. I've highlighted things, and it's like that because I have used this, and I use it like all the time. And so when it comes to your list, this is literally the basics. This is the basic of where it all begins. When we invite people to come into our Sensi family, this is the thing that we talk to them about initially, even before they get their kit. There's a lot of other things that we can do to be able to help them, like give them some testers or a couple of little samples. I'm sorry, Tammy. A couple of little samples or, you know, things like that. Let me see if she's muted. Unmute. Can you hear us now, Tammy? No? Let me see if I can send her a message. Sorry, guys, just give me 1 second. Check the settings on your phone or tablet, whatever. So this is really going to be our living, breathing thing that we're constantly working with. And I can literally go through this list and I can look at some of these people and I can say, I've talked to them, they've purchased from me, they've joined my team, those people are, you know, they've referred people to me, you know, I've had some kind of interaction, but the bottom line is I've touched every single one of those people. And how have I done that? How have I gone about talking to my friends and my family and even complete strangers? Is before I even began, I knew what this product does for me. I knew that having my Sensi diffuser on and having this whole room smell amazing it brightens my day. It brings me sunshine. It brings me life and you know, happiness to be able to do what I need to do. It'll bring me relaxation. It'll bring me, you know, all kinds of things that I want it to do for me. And I'm not gonna lie, there's times when I go through my house and I forget to change out my warmer wax. And I can always tell a difference in my demeanor when I put fresh wax in versus when it's just been sitting there and it doesn't have any more smell. So I always get to the basics. I always get to the basics of what it is that I love about this company. And it's become, even with my neighbors and my friends and my family that know me really well, it's become kind of a silly little thing that everything that I say is, okay, well, it's got to be done with Sensi. And so people laugh about it. But the wonderful thing about that is that everybody knows that I'm the Sensi girl because I'm so crazy about it. So you have to have that belief. You have to have that really strong, still can't, I'm sorry. Yeah, Tammy, it's on your end. Let me see. It's on your side somehow. So, you know, you have to have a why. You have to have a really, really powerful why. And I'm not going to lie, there's quite a few of you, which is why I want to connect. This is why I want to connect so badly, is because there's quite a few that I haven't had the ability to be able to connect with, that I haven't had the ability to ask why it is that you are, you know, doing this business. Why is it that what is it that drives you? What is it that you see as a benefit or that you can already tell has helped you? And it's those things that when you share that information with your friends and your family and anybody, even a complete stranger, it can be seriously like a 5-second little, you know, comment that you make as to why You believe in what you believe, and it makes all the difference for somebody in their mind. Not everybody is going to just, jump right out there and say, oh, I want to be a Sensi consultant. But all it takes is one person. All it takes is 5 people over the span of, however long you're in business, which is amazingly enough why, and I'm going to show this to you right now. When you look at the top tier of what it takes to be a superstar director, you only have to have 3 active frontline consultants and 4 directors.
I hear you. I hear you. Sorry.
Awesome. That's okay. No, perfect. So on that note, I'm going to stop really quick.
Yes.
I'm going to have Tammy, since she's in here, I'm going to put you on the spot, sweetie, because we do this so well. I'm going to put you on the spot, and I am going to have you share your name, how long you've been in the business, your title, and what you want to accomplish in the next 30 days.
Tammy Shelton. February will be 3 years. Star consultant. I want to be superstar.
In 30 days?
Yeah, right.
It's totally,
that's always my goal.
hey, it's totally doable. Absolutely doable. Well, we went over a bunch of stuff, Tammy, but you can go back and you can watch the recorded version later. But we're talking a little bit about going back to the basics. And we were talking about the basics of, writing down your list of 100. So, let's see. Oh my goodness, I really talked that long.
It was called
Holy moly, I have.
Passion.
So on that note, I'm going to stop it right there.
Give me passion flower.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
oh
I
my
have
God.
some coming.
She's selling while we're talking. That is hilarious. And I just wanted to open it up to have anybody be able to share,
Wow.
talk about, some tips and tricks that maybe you have done that helped you in the very, very beginning, and maybe some questions that you might have had of something that you didn't feel was so successful that you'd be willing to be brave and share and openly talk about. Did you hear me, Tammy?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so who wants to
I got sound.
I think it's impossible.
So do you want to start, Tammy?
Start what?
Do you want to share what it was that you learned about your list, making your list of 100 in the very beginning, or something that was successful for you that you did in the very beginning of your business? What was the most successful thing you did since day one?
Keeping in contact with my customers.
So follow up.
Yep.
And
Actually, I have a list of 300 now.
Beautiful. So what is the main way that you stay in connection with your customers through follow-up?
Actually, in person or on the phone or email or texts.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. And that's another point I wanted to bring up, is the fact that, we can't always just do, hi! We can't always just do, one form of communication. It's really important to think of the customer, or even your new consultants or your older consultants that have been with you, to ask them, how do you prefer to be contacted? And that's something that I didn't do in the very beginning. I'm not going to lie. I didn't do that.
Me either.
And so now, as time has gone on, I am doing that, and they actually appreciate that so much. I ask them, is it okay if I send you an email? And is it okay, how often would you like me to contact you about refills? And I say, do you want me to contact you every other month, every month, or every 3 months? And they appreciate that, and they tell you, hey, I want to be contacted, this often, or however. So that's something that I've taken on lately that I didn't used to do in the beginning. Laura, do you want to share anything?
I was going to say, I'd have to agree, because when I first started out, I did my launch party on Facebook, And I really didn't get that many people because I really didn't reach out. All I did was just reach out on Facebook. And come to find out, a lot of them just didn't have time for Facebook. Some of them rather would have calls, text messages, emails, because those pop up right away. And compared to Facebook, some of them maybe don't have notifications where they can't see it. But I have to agree with that. That that going based off of their preference of what works for them is a huge key to keeping following up with them and being able to keep them on your on your side to still do business with them. So.
Right. Awesome. Some really valuable tips here, guys, and I just I'm hoping for those that are watching the recorded video, or for those that are joining in for the first time, they've never been a part of our team or our meetings yet, and this is the first video that you're watching. I really encourage you to comment below if you're seeing this on Facebook or if you're seeing this on YouTube, and ask your questions, or even comment below about some successes that you've had to be able to help other people out, because that's really what I want to build this entire team on. The foundation of is just being able to be a support for each other, because we grow best when we are working together and we are learning from each other. So thank you so much, Tammy, and thank you so much, Laura, for being able to just share your wisdom and your information, and being so brave to just get on and speak, because I know that Tammy
Laura looks comfortable.
Huh?
Laura looks comfortable.
She does.
I am.
She looks way comfortable.
My bed.
I know. And I'm loving the blue background behind you, Tammy. I love the
That's the sky.
That is beautiful out there.
I know, it looks so nice back there.
It does. It looks awesome. What a great night to be out there. That's great. So, but thank you guys so much for showing up. And thank you so much. Hello there.
So crazy.
Thank you so much for joining.
My upline.
And thank you so much for just doing all you do, and for working it, and for keeping on. If there's anything that we can help you with, please post below, or you can contact me, call me directly, or text me or message me, whatever works best for you. But on that note, we're gonna leave.
I'm at 6:06.
Yay! We're gonna leave 1 minute early, unless anybody else has anything else to share or to add. Laura, are you good? Do you have any questions on anything?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Tammy, do you have any questions, or do you want to add anything else before we go?
No, just remember to smile and pass out your flyers.
Yay! Perfect. All right, guys, until next Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to say adios for tonight. Have a great night, guys.
Good night.
Bye-bye.